Hello, I'm Paul Freeman, Superintendent of Schools here in the Guilford Public School System. With me is Dr. Alan Myers, the Vice Chair of our Board of Education. What we'd like to do with this video presentation is spend some time talking about and showing to all of you some of the investments that we've made in our school system overall across the last 3 to 4 years. Our capital projects, the monies that we invest into our infrastructure, into the buildings in which the teaching and learning happens, is the second most important investment that we make in the Guilford Public School System. The first is in the people, the teachers and the students who come to school every day, but the buildings play a close second and support everything that we can do in those classrooms. I think most of the community knows that the single biggest investment and the most exciting piece of that work over the last 4 years has been the work here in our new Guilford High School. And I know Dr. Myers wants to tell you a little bit about that project.
So let's go back. I'm an amateur historian, and I've been on the Board of Ed for the last 10 years. When I first got on the board, a community group called the Facilities Review Committee, led by two great community people, looked at all of the schools and concluded that they all needed work, all of them. But that the two schools that needed the most work were Guilford High School and Adams Middle School. And they made some suggestions. Then, under the leadership of then Superintendent Forcella, the Board of Ed made a decision that of the two that they identified as being the most in need, Guilford High School was the one that needed the most attention. What the attention was up for discussion. Another committee, again led by community people, in this case Mike Ailes, the committee member on the Board of Finance, set up an options review committee, and we reviewed all of the options of what to do about Guilford High School. And after a lot of community input and a lot of discussion, at that point you had come, Dr. Friedman.
That's right.
The decision was made that it was financially and academically in the best interest of this community to build a new Guilford High School. That decision was made with the understanding that the second place, Adams Middle School, would get the attention it deserved also, and that we're not going to build a new Adams, we're not going to build a new elementary school or a Baldwin school, but that all of them needed upkeep, upgrades, and especially Adams, and we've embarked and invested a lot of money, which I hope that this video will demonstrate, in Adams, as well as this spectacular building that we're standing in.
This building really is an example of what the community can accomplish when the community comes together. This building boasts energy-saving, efficient measures. This building boasts some of the brightest, most welcoming learning spaces in Connecticut at this time. It boasts cutting-edge technology and an environment that is flexible and open for the students. It's got not only exciting classroom spaces, but it's got open spaces throughout where students can congregate and do work even beyond the classroom. We are excited to showcase this high school for you, and I would encourage all of you to visit our Guilford Public Schools website, where there's a wealth of information about this school. But I also want to invite you to join us as we visit our other 6 schools. And in those settings, we want to highlight not only the security work that's been done, but some of the other projects in which we've invested in the last 3-4 years. Thank you for joining us. I hope you enjoy the rest of your tour.
Good afternoon. My name is Chris Moore. I'm a Guilford Board of Education member going into my 7th year on the board. Longtime resident of Guilford since 2002 and with 4 children in the system. And I just want to kind of bring to the attention of the public how long this has been going on and how much involvement there's been on the part of the community. When I came here in 2002, shortly after that, there was a referendum to redo the Adams Middle School, which did fail. And after that, there was the Community Task Force on School Facilities, which really took a comprehensive look at all of our facilities. There were several community groups that really helped to push this through. Guilford Parents and Citizens Together, Yes for Guilford's Future, and the Options Review Committee that's been mentioned that really looked at this in terms of the cost benefit of doing a renovation of the high school or doing a new high school. And I think the main finding there was we knew that we had a deficit in infrastructure, but that the best way moving forward was really new construction and not to try to renovate some of the old facilities in the high school anyway. We did devote substantial resources to trying to get Adams more into the future, and we're continuing to work on those issues. But I want to just say that it's been a huge community effort, and I think it's done the right thing for Guilford.
Welcome to Baldwin Middle School. I'm Doug Hamel, the principal.
I'm Cliff Gurnham, the Director of Operations.
Most of the improvements that have taken place here at Baldwin over the last couple of years involve our main entryway and our main office. One of the biggest improvements we've had is our keypad access here, which allows staff to enter by using their badges and allows the public or families to enter by buzzing the main office and gaining access. So we're going to scan my card right now and open the front vestibule.
So now we're located in the vestibule. The vestibules have been set up so it allows access from the outside into a contained space. And from here, the secretaries have the capability of buzzing people either directly into the main office, or if you have an access card, such as a staff or myself, we have the ability to enter into the main office by using another swipe card reader or a secondary swipe card reader that allows access directly into the building. So we'll head into the main office.
Swipe my way in again. Sounds good. Welcome to our new office. You'll notice that it's very bright. There's lots of new windows allowing visibility from the outside from the office staff. We also have a new conference room that has windows on both sides to allow visibility out into the main building. So again, a bright, new, cheery office for Baldwin Middle School.
Again, we've also set up the main office to allow both secretaries to control the door access system and intercom system, and they also have control and access to our video cameras that are located throughout the schools.
Welcome to Melissa Jones School. I am Paula McCarthy and I'm the principal here. As I say to the boys and girls and the staff and the parents, Melissa Jones School is a great place to be. And it's even better with our recent renovations. Welcome to Melissa Jones School new office. This used to be our art room, and now it's our office that we just love. We have our receptionist up here, we have our school secretary up here, and we even have a place for our PTO. My office is to the side, and what we love most about it is that we get to greet our students, our parents, and all of our visitors right at the front door.
Along with the new open, bright space, we put in new heating and cooling systems throughout the office, art room, and conference rooms. We also upgraded, similar to the other schools, the security system, camera system, and lockdown system.
So not only do we get to see our boys and girls enter the front door of the school every morning when they get off the bus or they get dropped off by their parents, the office staff can buzz in any visitor to the school by viewing on our cameras or seeing them directly at the front door.
Along with this project, over the last several years, we've actually done other renovations to the school. Other upgrades include the replacement of the well system for fresh water. We've done classroom renovation, windows and door renovation projects, roofing projects, and fire alarm projects. And we'll take you through the building.
So this is one of our fabulous new kindergarten rooms. Improvements were made to all of the kindergartens at Melissa Jones in preparation for all-day kindergarten. But this is one of our newest classrooms with new rugs, furniture, smart board, and cubbies, and other furniture for the class. And we love this room. Each kindergarten at Melissa Jones has its own lavatory for the boys and girls, and we think it's a great space to learn and play.
Welcome to Guilford Lakes. I'm Jill Hale, the principal here, and we're very excited to show you all the changes that have been made to increase safety and security for the staff and the students. Come on inside. Hi, the biggest changes they've made in the office is increasing visibility for us. They put in this big window, which used to be a concrete wall, and the secretaries can now see out the window to see people approaching. And they've extended the space to use some of the unused foyer space, so it's bright and cheery in here. And we have extra doorway locks that when we need to, we can lock down the office in one quick push of a button.
Including with the upgrades with the security, we also put in a new intrusion or burglar alarm in all the schools as well, and those integrate to our door access system. Welcome to the Guilford Lakes cafeteria. During the past summer, we installed new bracing and support for the roofing system. This was in response to the increased snow loads due to the heavy winters we've had in the most recent years.
And they painted them really nice, so it's nice and bright in here, just like in the main office.
Welcome to Adams Middle School. I'm proud to share with you a few of the renovations that we've had as part of the district renovations. I'm standing in front of one of our biggest changes. For those of you who have been to Adams Middle School, we have reconfigured our entire office. The entryway is slightly reconfigured. We still have a double set of doors. In terms of security, we buzz people in. They are seen visually as well as auditory. We ask them to state their business and why they need to come into the school. And then they are going to be buzzed into a second set of doors into the main office. So no one actually comes right straight through and enters the school. So everyone comes in now and heads into the main office first.
During the renovations, in order to move the office space to this area of the building, we actually created an addition in order to allow additional space for the front office and office staff. It also increased our visibility with the front bus turnaround as well as the entrance with people walking up to the school. All of our schools have upgraded fire alarm systems. We incorporated a mass notification system into those fire alarm systems, and that allows us to have direct communications both to the fire department and the police department should we ever have any incidents or situations in the building where we have to contact them directly.
And as has always been the practice with our lockdowns and some of our fire drills, the police and fire are on hand to be in the building with us, to go through the building as we check all the classrooms during our safety drills. And that continues this year.
Hi, I'm in the South classroom section of Adams Middle School. Adams is one of our oldest schools we have in the district, and we've been doing extensive renovation work to the building. Some of the renovations we have done, you can see here today. We've installed new glass window frame that is more energy efficient. We've put in new HVAC or heating and cooling ventilation in most of the classrooms on the south end of the building. We've improved the technology in the building by putting in smart boards and interactive boards in almost every classroom, along with additional outlets and computer drops and wireless systems. Along with that, we've made upgrades to the boilers. We've improved and replaced many sections of the roof throughout the school. We've also installed more energy efficient measures, including thermal, solar thermal heating systems, which provide hot water solely based upon the solar system, so from the sun. And it's been a great energy saver. Along with that, we've also upgraded many of the cabinets, flooring, and ceiling throughout the school to give the school a new look. Along with that, throughout several sections, we've done painting and lighting improvement measures, which has also been an energy saving measure.
Hi, welcome to Calvin Leet School. My name is Bill Grimm. I'm the principal here at Calvin Leet. and we're excited to welcome you to take a quick tour of our entryway and our new office suite that was renovated 2 summers ago. So I'd like to take you on inside. As we enter Calvin Leeds School, we find ourselves in the foyer vestibule, which is added security, but also provides a welcoming entryway to the main office here at Calvin Leeds School. As we go into the office, we can see that the office has been redesigned and set up to provide just a welcoming, open atmosphere for visitors, for our students, for our staff, and provides great visibility and access to both the lobby and the outside of the school here.
Several years ago, prior to the security upgrades, Calvin Leeds underwent a major renovation project back in 2007. During that renovation, we went through all the classrooms, did a lighting upgrade, ceiling upgrade, replaced all the windows, all the doors, and a complete heating and cooling system. This cooling and heating system is one of the first installed in the country. They have a special heating beam in the ceiling that allows control in each space, individual space, and it's worked out quite well. So since then we've done some minor renovations, we've done some roofing work here and some boiler upgrades.
So now we're at Cox Elementary School. Principal Augustine was unavailable to join us for this videotaping today, but I'm proud to show that at Cox, it was actually the first of our schools where we incorporated the security upgrades and the changes to the office configuration. Cox was the first school where we opened the office up more and moved it closer to the front entrance, flip-flopping the location essentially of a conference room and the office. It was also the first school where we integrated the sally port or the airlock entrance that we've talked about, giving more control and more visibility to the office staff so that they could see and invite parents into the school in a more controlled way. We've had other upgrades to the school that have included energy efficiency and some window and door upgrades that we're going to show you in just a minute as well.
Hi, I'm presently standing outside Cox Elementary School, where behind me you can see we have a brand new playground. The facilities department has been working with the PTA and the PTO to start upgrades throughout the district. So far we've completed new playgrounds at Calvin Leeds and here at Cox. We're in the process of working with the PTA and PTO up at Melissa Jones School, where we'll replace that playground next summer.
One of the other significant projects at Cox was a complete window and door renovation project, particularly in this school that has such large expanses of glass. It was important that we replace all the windows and doors with windows that had a higher insulation rating, making the building more energy efficient and saving us money as we move forward. Additionally, Cox had a significant roofing project that's been completed recently, replacing the entire existing roof with synthetic slate. Again, one of the focuses in all of the schools has been to improve function and security, but also to make all of our buildings as efficient and use the best dollar and use every dollar as efficiently and effectively as we can. Thank you for joining us on a tour of some of our facility work, which has been completed in the district and about which we're so proud. As we wrap up this presentation, there's 3 things about this facility work that I'd really like to emphasize. The first is simply the importance of the work that goes into the schools around the needs of the students. When it comes to the health and safety of our students, we have no greater responsibility. It's the most important thing that we do. These students deserve to come to safe and healthy and bright schools. And much of the work that we've highlighted today in this show is around that security work. Additionally, though, I want to highlight the fact that the work that goes into the buildings is also it's a simple investment, a financial investment in the buildings themselves. Much of the work has been done around making the buildings more resilient, more energy efficient, so that we can run the buildings at a better value for this community. Replacing windows, replacing doors, replacing heating and ventilation systems allows us to keep these schools for a longer amount of time in use and to save dollars for the community as we do so. Dollars that can then be put directly back into instruction. And finally, the last point that I'd like to make is that we truly do manage each of these projects as well as we can. Here at the high school particularly, while this is a significant investment for the town of Guilford, it's also important to note that the state of Connecticut is offsetting this construction project by 30%. It's important to note that this community locked into that 30% reimbursement at just the right time. Moving forward, the state is not reimbursing other towns at the rate that Guilford locked in. We knew that those rates were going to change, and this town was forward-thinking enough to lock in at the right moment. Additionally, the business officers and officials in this community have managed our investments so well that we have these dollars, we have the money to do this work at one of the best interest rates that we've seen in decades. In fact, when this project moved forward, we planned on financing across 30 years, and we've done so at only 20-year bonds. We've managed this project exceptionally well. And in many of the other projects, we found offsetting grants as well. Much of the facility safety work that we highlighted today has been offset by two significant state grants, one in the dollar figure of over $800,000 and one at slightly over $100,000. Nearly $1 million of that safety and security work we were able to offset by pulling in state support. It's important to do this work. It's important to keep these buildings running. It's important to make educational spaces that students are excited to be in, which engage them, and it's important to do it as financially responsibly as we can moving forward. We're proud about all three of those components. Thank you for joining us today. I hope that you've enjoyed the tour, and I look forward to seeing you again.